Welcome to Unfiltered. Another week's gone by, and let's start this week by letting you folks know exactly what Unfiltered is. Unfiltered is a stream of consciousness show where I don't really write anything down. I don't really plan anything out. Well, I kind of plan something out. If there's, I'll plan subjects maybe that I want to talk about. But for the most part, unscripted, like the title says, unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. At the end of this taping, I put the beginning on, I put the end on, and what you see in the middle is what I've said here and done. Unfortunately, this week is one of those weeks, where I would probably take the week off and not do a show because there's not really much to rant about. So, what can I do? I figured maybe today we'll spend the whole day on stupid facts. I know you folks like the stupid facts. I can't really think of any news, really, that has bonked me on the head and say, hey man, there was a strange occurrence at Rye over the past couple of days where a humpback whale has washed up onto one of the rocks. A dead humpback whale, from what I understand. That's a sad thing. I don't know. The plastic bag ban has been big around in this area where I live. And the plastic bags that they're talking about are not the little bags that you put your dog poop in. They're not the bags that you use for your trash can liners. They're not your sandwich bags or your weed bags, if that's what you use those for. It's the two-handled shopping bags that when you walk out of Walmart or Hannaford's, they put 4 things in each bag, and you've got 20 friggin' bags when you get home. And really, there's nothing to do with them. I've often thought maybe they'd be good for insulation. Could you crumple them up and put them in walls or something to insulate a house? Who knows? Fact is, we need to come up with some kind of an answer. And it's not just, this is just a drop in the bucket with these bags. There's not one thing you touch every day that doesn't have some sort of plastic in it. This pen, plastic here, plastic here, plastic here. The clock that I use, pretty much all plastic. My coffee cup, plastic. Computer, plastic. My lighter that I light my cigarettes with, plastic. When I was growing up, it was said, plastics are the future. Plastics are the thing that's going to save the world. Things are going to be so much more convenient, so much easier with plastics. I guess the scientists were wrong. Oh well, what can I say? I would start on Facebook, but while I'm sure some of you watched last week's episode on Facebook, on YouTube, nobody commented. Get off your duff. Come on. Comment. It's not that hard to type, folks. Doesn't take a whole lot of energy to type out a Rick, you're full of crap. And I'll take that. I don't care. I'm trying to. I saw a thing. It's funny. The other day on Fox 25 News, they had a story. Apparently in Booth Bay Harbor, if you go up there, I'm not sure what the restaurant is, but the governor of Maine's wife, the wife of the governor of Maine, works as a waitress. Apparently, governor doesn't pay very well, and she needed a job. Apparently, she's trying to save enough money for a car, a RAV4 or something. Apparently, the governor doesn't make enough money to buy his wife a car, so she's got to get a second job so she can get a car. That's stupid. Just so you know, in Petaluma, California, a 17-year-old Chinese crested Chihuahua with legs bowed out like a frog and an oozing sore is the winner of this year's World's Ugliest Dog contest. I don't know why. In Portland, Oregon, a teen pierced in the eye by a javelin is flown to the hospital. Again, we outlawed lawn darts because apparently somebody got stuck in the head. But hey, javelins, hey, let's get a pointy stick and throw it around. No threat of injury there, right? Oh, well. That's stupid. Wow. I got crap flying all over the place here. Wow, how did I lose all that? I just lost everything. No, I didn't. Let me see a couple more of these crazy news. In New York, police find a heroin mill behind New York City candy shop's secret door. Yeah. Man, again, I just zipped right by it. I hate this. I saw a thing, Florida man brags about a burglary on Facebook and lands him in jail. This is one of the most common mistakes of criminals these days. Because apparently criminals are a proud bunch and, they want people to know what they've done. So they post crap on Facebook and Twitter and all these different social media sites that Is it strange? Texas woman has a foreign accent after jaw surgery. She underwent jaw surgery in December, and doctors say she might have a neurological condition called foreign accent syndrome. She now talks like she's from Britain all the time. Maybe she just watched Spinal Tap too many times, and that's what caused it. All right. That was a stupid Yahoo News stuff. Let me... I told you we're going to spend a lot of time on strange but true facts, and unless anything else pops into my head that I want to talk about, I'll stick with some facts. Because I found a couple. This was probably the most important fact that you'll hear all day. Is the medical name for the butt crack. It's called the intergluteal cleft. Write that down. Intergluteal cleft. That's the plumber's butt. That's the butt crack. Intergluteal cleft. You can use that at work if you want tomorrow. The next time you see your plumber, ask him to please cover up his intergluteal cleft before he comes into your house. That's funny. Wow. And here's another medical thing. People can suffer from a psychological disorder called boanthropy that makes them believe that they are a cow. And they try to live their life as a cow. Twice a day milkings, eating grass. How would you live your life as a cow? Well, wander around on all four and eat grass. That's funny. A duel between three people isn't called a duel anymore. It's called a truel. Just so you know. The stage before frostbite is called frost nip. That's right. I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, have you ever wondered when you looked at a Bic pen why there are two tiny holes drilled in every Bic pen? That's to ensure that the air pressure is the same both inside and outside the pen. It helps the ink flow better. I don't know. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be advertised on TV. In South Korea, there is an emergency number. It's 113. That's the number you call to report spies. That's right. Maybe we need a number like that. We need a special terrorist number, you know? Not 911, because that's emergency stuff. But we need, you know, a reporting line like that, 113, to report spies in South Korea. So if you're in South Korea and you know of any spies, 113, quick and easy, bop, bop. It's anonymous. You don't have to tell them your name when you report spies. All right. There are no bridges over the Amazon River. So if you want to cross, you got to swim or take a boat. The process by which bread toasts is called the Maillard reaction. I didn't know that. I thought it was just called toasting. Ooh, here's one that you didn't know. Might make you scared now. Snails. You know the cute little snails that you see all over the place at the beach and on the rocks, and you pick them up and you kiss them and you love them, whatever you do with snails. I don't know. Some people eat them. Apparently snails have 14,000 teeth, and some can even kill you. So you've got sharks that can kill you, jellyfish that can kill you, snails that can kill you. That makes you want to run right off of the beach, doesn't it? Stay away. It's a good one. Any Fruit Loops fans out there? Just love your Fruit Loops, the fruity flavor of Fruit Loops. Yeah, well, even though Fruit Loops are different colors, they all have exactly the same flavor. The green ones taste like the red ones, and the orange ones taste like the purple ones. So it doesn't matter. And I'm not sure what fruit flavor it is. But, yeah, Fruit Loops. I don't think there's any fruit in them. Here's an interesting one. In case you go to France, most toilet paper sold for home use in France is pink. We don't know why, and it doesn't say why. The human nose can remember 50,000 different scents. And as you get older, you start forgetting them. The television invented the television. That box you're watching right now, if you're watching this on Cheshire TV, which is, I'll have you know, the best public access station in the country. Right here, Keene, New Hampshire, Cheshire TV. The television was invented only 2 years after the invention of sliced bread. And somebody actually said, hey, this is the best invention since sliced bread 2 years ago. Bullfrogs don't sleep. That's why the ponds are so noisy at night. All right, that's all on that page. We're having fun, aren't we? I don't know. Come on, I pushed next page, damn it. All right, let's see what else we've got. Other than the fact that, this computer is just slow. Eight of the 10 largest statues in the world are of Buddha. That's right. You never hear anything about Buddhism, do you? There are no radical Buddhists. I hardly hear anything about Buddhism. And maybe that's the religion to be. I mean, you look at Buddha, he's a big, fat, happy guy with a bowl of smoking stuff on his lap. That's probably why he's so happy. I don't know. I've never read the Buddhist Bible, if there is a Buddhist Bible. I just think Buddha seems like a happy, peaceful God who, is happy all the time. Big and jolly. I don't know. There you go. The world record right now for the Rubik's Cube, for solving the Rubik's Cube, is 5.55 seconds. I know, that's quick. I can't get two of them wheels to turn in 5 seconds. But here's an interesting fact. It took the creator of the Rubik's Cube 1 month to solve it after he created it. Yeah. Now people are solving it in 5 seconds. And he can't believe it because he still can't do it in less than a week. Have you ever seen a square watermelon? Apparently they have them. They're Japanese square watermelons, and they're ornamental plants, not edible. So, if you were thinking, ooh, square watermelons, that would keep it from rolling off the table. Yeah, but you can't eat it. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. The stripes are like fingerprints, and no two tigers have the same pattern. Yeah, I don't know how you... In 2005, a fortune cookie company called Wonton Food Incorporated correctly foretold lottery numbers, resulting in 110 winners and an investigation. Yeah, no fraud was involved. It was all just fortune cookie magic, apparently. Two PlayStation 1 games, FIFA 2001 Soccer and Gran Turismo 2, they both have scratch and sniff discs. The FIFA 2001 discs smell like a soccer field, while the Gran Turismo 2 smell like car tires. I would have thought, the FIFA disc would smell like a dirty locker room. Why not? And again, Gran Turismo, a racing game, probably smell like burned rubber and gasoline. This is interesting. If you die in Amsterdam with no next of kin and no friends or family to prepare funeral or mourn over the body, a poet will write a poem for you and recite it at your funeral. Yeah. Just hope it's not, there once was a man. That's a nice limerick for your funeral would be good. Then again, if you die in Amsterdam with no next of kin, any weed that you have on you gets doled out evenly through the country. That's the whole socialist aspect of it. In 2014, just 2 short years ago, Sony made a cassette tape I know cassettes are going out of style, but Sony made a cassette tape that can store 185 terabytes of data. That's huge. You probably couldn't put 185 terabytes on a computer in your lifetime. But Sony apparently made a cassette tape that can store that much data. I don't know what they did with it or who's using it, but I bet it's somebody like the NSA or the military or the CIA or somebody using those. Here you go. Dress shirts. Are you tired of wearing your dress shirt like once or twice and having to have it dry cleaned? Apparently, in the old days, the collars on men's dress shirts used to be detachable. And it was to save on laundry costs, as the collar was the part that needed cleaning the most frequently. Oh, ring around the collar thing. Remember those commercials? Ring around the collar. You could tell when somebody wore their shirt more than one day. You got a ring around your collar. Yeah, because that's where you get all your neck sweat rubs and all the dirt and stuff right around the collar. And maybe the pits. So maybe they should, removable pits out of the shirts. You wash the pits, you wash the collar, there you go. Have you ever sneezed when you're driving? It's one sneeze is bad enough, but a string of 3 or 4? Because it's a fact that you can't sneeze with your eyes open. So here's a little distracted driving tip for you. If you sneeze while traveling at 60 miles an hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet. So 3 sneezes, 150 feet. Bang, car crash, there you go. You could be texting or you could be sneezing. I don't think you can get arrested for distracted driving because of sneezing. But you should be able to for talking on your cell phone and using your cell phone. And still, to this day, it irks me because even with the hands-free law, I see people with phones up to their ears, reading newspapers, putting on makeup. Get with the program, people. If you're gonna drive, drive. If you wanna read, go to the library. If you wanna put on your makeup, go in the bathroom. And if you wanna talk on your phone, do it somewhere that's not in your car. There's a rant for me. Distracted driving means just that. Not paying attention to your driving. We talked a few weeks ago about the 2 plane crashes with the best aerial demonstration teams in the world, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds and the United States Navy Blue Angels. You can bet your ass not a one of them pilots in that plane is brushing their hair or reading the paper or looking for directions on their phone while they're flying. Their job is to get in the airplane and fly. Your job when you get in your car is to drive. It's not to point out scenic things to your friends. It's not to talk on your phone. And it's not, I've seen people, of course, I eat in the car. But I don't eat, a Whopper while I'm driving down the road. Big old monster sandwich with stuff falling out of the back end of it all into your lap and stuff. I don't eat stuff like that. I eat chicken nuggets. I eat stuff that you can, finger foods. Chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, chicken on a stick, beef on a stick. Something you can reach down without looking, pick up, eat. Reach down, pick up, eat. Grab your coffee. Still, eyes on the road. Look at that. Eyes on the road. You watch where you're going. You don't look out there, oh, look at that, oh, look at that, oh, look at that. Whoop, a car right in front of me. Driving, cars, is a responsibility that you should take seriously. People can die. All right. Alligators will give manatees the right of way if they're swimming near each other. Speaking of alligators, apparently Disney World is removing all reference to alligators around their whole park. You know, they're taking pictures of cartoon alligators down. They're taking out any references to alligators. Like, we'll just pretend they're not here, and people will think they're not here. Dumb. You just have to make people aware. Look, there are alligators. And alligators are not funny. Alligators are dangerous. You stay away from them. And like I said, when you're in Florida, when I'm in Florida, I don't even go near a puddle because there might be an alligator in the puddle. So, yeah. All right. What else we got? I've never seen those movies. Well, the I'm feeling lucky feature in Google search. You ever seen that button at the bottom of the Google that says I'm feeling lucky? Ever push it? I haven't really, because I've never felt lucky. But apparently the I'm feeling lucky feature in Google search actually costs Google $110 million a year, as 1% of all searches use this feature and bypass all advertising. And you see advertisements all over the TV for all different travel sites. And as my time runs down, I'll leave you with this one. Expedia.com, Hotels.com, Hotwire.com, Trivago, Travelocity, and Orbitz are all owned by the same company. It's called Expedia Inc. And before the term bloopers was coined, outtakes were called boners. And baked beans are not actually baked, but they're stewed. If you watch this on Facebook, share me. Come on, do your friends a favor. And if you watch on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. You'll get every episode of Unfiltered. I'm not sure if I'll be back next week. Next week is the week of the 4th of July, so I've got Monday off. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for the weekend, other than I'm going to be at the coast, and not sure when I'll be back in Keene. So probably not a show next week, but I'll see you in 2 weeks. Till then, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.